Yeah.
We're live.
We're
But
live. I'm a bully. I'm also causing problems apparently for the overlay.
No, you just. Anyways, hi everybody.
Blaming a
the white woman
woman.
is gaslighting the POC in this
What
group.
else
I was
is
gonna say
new?
panel, but but this is not a panel.
One of these days, someone's gonna take you so seriously for me, and like that's the thing.
I'll
Anyways,
finally learn.
hello everyone, and welcome back to Ampistrano. I am your storyteller, D&D Jordan Lee, joined by this phenomenal cast. We will have Dimples in a minute. He is running a little bit late, but we'll be here in the next few minutes. First off, a very special thank you to our sponsors and affiliations. Found familiar, make sure to use D&D Jordan Lee and AmpistranoDND when you check out for a percentage off your purchase, as it does help to support the cast. Also, a very special thank you to Idle Champions. You can go ahead and use the code that is on the overlay or by entering in !idle, which will allow you to use an Electrum chest in the game of Idle Champions. We have a couple quick announcements before we dive into today's episode, but let's go around, say who we are and who we're playing. And I'm going to start with Robo.
It's me, Rhombus Delulu. You can find me everywhere at TTRP Gibbs, and I'll be playing Toby, the druid.
The Druid, yes.
Wildfire druid. That's me. Go April.
Wonderful. April.
Hi, I'm April. I'm going now. I play Aurea, the monk.
Okay. And fair.
How do I possibly follow that up?
I don't know.
Hi, I'm Delulu Rhombus. I'll be playing Deodora Shadesun, your Battlemaster Fighter. Our pronouns are she, her.
Wonderful, thank you. And last, again, but not least, we also have Dimples, who will be here shortly playing Captain Draven, Tyborn, and Cribble. Just as a heads up, we use safety tools and content warnings throughout the game of Ampistrano, including doing multiple check-ins. As a content warning for this episode, deep and dark bodies of water, heightened levels of stress, descriptions of injured and slain individuals, existential crisis, complex and complicated relationships, and possible romance. We at the Haven and Vale want you to be safe. If you need to step away, please do. You and your safety do matter. Y'all, we have something cool that one of our amazing mods did. We have some Ampistrano emotes, thanks to the lovely Wicked Snack. So, if you if you drop a sub to the channel, you can go ahead and grab a Toby, Aurea, Blackstone, Deodora and Aurea, and Tyborn emote, as well as some Salem emotes as well. And it also helps support the channel. So just saying. And also go follow Wicked Snack, because they're incredible and they did all this and they made me cry along with Fair for coordinating all of that. So yeah, we're pretty excited.
We had to get some stankiness off this channel, so I'll say it.
Yep, that's true. And as a very special thank you again for last week for your support. Oh my god, that is terrifying. Just the eyes behind you. We raised through our Games for Change weekend $4,275 for PCRF and are nearing the next goal of $4,500 now through June 1st. PCRF is an amazing organization that works to ensure that medical care is given to sick and injured children in Palestine at no cost to their families. From checkups to surgeries, this organization covers it all. You can still go ahead and donate. Our donation link is live if you enter in !donate or !PCRF. Also, please consider following us on Patreon, TikTok, Twitch, YouTube. We're one follower away on YouTube from 200, which is pretty cool. It does help to support the cast and what we're doing. And thank you to Sphinx7, Mama Strange, Fluffy Snowfall, Chris Gideon, Buzz Lightyear, Lily42 for your support. All right. And thank you for that shout out to Wicked, because they are absolutely incredible. All right, y'all. I think that's about it. Is there anything else? that you all want to plug real quick? Okay, cool.
Yes, send money to April because of AAPI month.
It's my month.
This is your month. It is.
Give me money, please.
Gift April money all year. Fuck a
Truth.
month, okay?
Also, Robo,
We
aren't
did-
you doing the Creators for
Look at how
Palestine
cute.
thing?
Ow! Look how cute this cat is. Give her money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. What the hell was I doing? Yes, Creators for Palestine. I can, if you want to help out the people the families trying to escape Gaza from the ongoing genocide, you can go to my pinned tweet. I think it's there, and once
I love how
there,
you
I can assign you.
pointed.
I can assign you a family from the family that is not so close from their goal, and I can assign one of those families to you, and you can raise funds for them. And I also made like overlays and everything for TTRPGs or MTG, so if you want that.
Perfect. All right, y'all. We are going to go to our opening screen as Dimples has just arrived, and we'll see y'all beyond the veil.
Shit. Fuck.
And we're back. Welcome back, everybody. Perfect timing.
But yeah, you got shit fuck as I spill food on my keyboard.
As you do. Wonderful. So, when last we left our adventurers, as I get the music real quick. Perfect.
All that stalling, you couldn't get the music set up?
And then she said it was our fault we were late.
Riley anchored the misty haven to the shores of a forgotten city. Between the lakes, mines, and town, the group began its explorations of the petrified city, finding that certain metals were protected and largely unmarked. As the group began to explore the remains of a shop, several unknown creatures made their presence and attacked the group. A battle ensued, with our adventurers making it out of the fray before deciding the rest was needed. They retreated further into the shop, and that is where we pick up. Droplets of rain begin to fall from the darkened skies. Night is approaching, though it's difficult to tell with the perpetual darkness around all of you. Each of you feel a chill running up your spine. The crunching of leaves and stones continue as you all enter further into the shop. The entire first floor of the shop is largely imploded. Long, rotted wooden planks, white and lavender in coloring, line portions of the floor. Bones litter the floor as well, protruding between the stones and wood like weeds. Can I get a perception check, please?
14.
14.
20. Dirty 20.
26.
26. Okay. So Toby and Deodora.
Don't worry about it.
I figured as much. I figured by the look Dimples that no. Based upon the architecture of the remains of this building and the layout, this store used to have a massive front window overlooking the town and mountains. 8 center aisles of what used to be wood held various items, while lining the store itself are stone walls with little cubbies laid with more climbing supplies. Large portions of which have been destroyed, but you do see that there looks to be 2 very frayed, incomplete remnants of climbers' kits. Missing rope, which had largely been petrified, but you do find, similarly to what was out on that kind of wagon outside of the shop, pythons, boot tips, and a harness, all made of a very similar metal to the one that you were investigating, Deodora. All largely intact. So you can mark off in your supplies, if you choose to take it, that you have 2 incomplete climber's kits.
Okay.
You can see that largely the store has been wrecked, has been picked over. Number of skeletons line the store floor, some looking like they've almost fused themselves into the wood with whatever blast radiated from this area. Back behind what used to be the counter, you can see that there's a doorway where it looks like it leads upstairs to the upper floor of this store. What would you all like to do?
You said there's stairs going up, leading up there?
Yes.
Do we hear anything coming from up there?
With the
Just
perception
quiet.
check you rolled before, no. No, nothing from upstairs.
What do the conditions of the stairs look like?
The stairs themselves are, instead of it being made of wood, they are made of stone. They
Okay.
seem like they are largely, they took whatever the blast was, but otherwise they seem to be largely intact.
I think Deodore will cautiously start climbing up the stairs.
Okay.
We got a scout. Make sure this place is safe if we're gonna hold up.
Well, if you want a scout, that should not be me.
Looks at Aurea.
Flies up the stairs. Don't touch those stairs. I don't know what's on them.
Nope.
You don't touch ground. Your legs are atrophied. I
I have the
I know.
cleanest shoe. Every pair of
Has
shoes I can return. It's so
skipped
cute.
leg day forever.
Yep. Upstairs, you see that there are several rooms, kind of lining, almost mirroring the floor below. Although similarly, the kind of front area of the shop has also been obliterated. You can tell that portions of the wood have actually caved in onto the floor below. You can see the remnants of what appears to be a small kitchen and living area. Towards the back of the shop, you can see that there are 3 kind of slightly intact, decayed kind of bedrooms, everything having a very heavy dust. There's moisture in the air. A lot of these rooms, you're kind of having to push the door a little bit because they've kind of fused to the actual doorway itself, but they do give. You're not hearing any noises, minus just the creaking of the floorboards as you're walking. But you do see what appears to be, in several of the rooms, small kind of halfling-looking or gnome-sized beds that have largely kind of atrophied upon themselves. Dusted.
Toby's on one, sleeping on it.
Toby's in a baby Bjorn.
Toby's still
on
in the
Aurea's
Bjorn.
chest.
I haven't
Yeah,
put.
nice
Toby
try.
also no longer touches the ground.
A little bit. You can see that in the kind of main bedroom. One would say maybe this was at one point the master bedroom. There's a large kind of chest that you can still see that petrified wood on the side of it from whatever blast radiated through this area. But similarly, same kind of metal, and there's a lock on the front of the chest.
But there've been no people, right? Nothing.
Just skeletons.
Okay.
No signs of anyone like recently living in here or anything like that.
Why don't you make another perception or investigation check?
That's a 14.
Okay.
One sec.
Yep, I figured you were rolling. You're good.
Roll 20's being funky.
That's all good.
25.
Okay.
Twenty.
20. Okay. So Oria, it just looks like a bunch of ruins, and this place was wrecked. Doesn't really look like anyone's been in here. Deodora and Tyborn, you can tell very faintly across the kind of dusted floor, there is a very faint kind of trail of just whether, you know, that when that moment where someone kind of wipes their finger across a dusted surface and that whole area becomes clear. It's honestly looks like it could blend with the kind of the way that the floorboards of the wood kind of mesh up with each other. Someone was very careful, but they did come in here probably maybe 4 days ago to look around.
Yeah, I was just trying to
Yeah.
gauge the recency of it.
Yep.
4 days, meh.
Is this like a trail that's kind of going all over the store, or is it in a specific location? Okay.
Looks like now that you're kind of seeing it a little bit more against the kind of shock white of the wood, you're seeing it a bit more. You can see that it has been kind of almost on a track following the floorboard lines. But it
So
doesn't
someone
really-
basically did the same thing we're doing.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think I'll call out. Anyone pick a lock? That's not my voice.
Who was that? Who's
that?
Oh, that person's still here. Get him.
I'm Horia's evil twin. Haha! Punch, punch. Kick, kick. Shit, what's my voice?
Oria's twin.
You had more of a
Oreo.
British kind of voice.
Yeah, no, I know. I just can't. I found a lock. Good morning,
That was a
Toby.
good nap.
Punch it.
Okay,
Oh, wait,
I
that's not
punched
my
the
voice
lock.
Okay.
I thought somebody could pick it, looks at Blackstone, and punches the lock.
Yeah, if only.
Toby wakes up. Blackstone goes to sleep.
Then I thought this was something you could do. Actually, can I try to pick it?
Sure.
That's a sleight of hand, right?
Guidance.
What's the guidance do?
You get a
D4.
+4.
D4. Okay, thanks.
D4.
I will try to pick it with my staff.
That's a big ass lock.
I'm
Damn.
trying. I'm trying.
Fuck.
Oh shit!
Wow.
Oh shit!
25.
Okay.
Oh shit!
Okay. So you don't necessarily like your staff is definitely not the greatest for lock picking. So you don't put
I'm
it in
picking
the
the
lock.
lock. Slam,
Yeah.
slam, slam, slam.
So instead of putting it in the lock, you kind of put it in the kind of thing that's holding the lock in place, like the clip around it, to just kind of break that off. And it does.
How
And
easy that was.
it clatters
You
to
make
the
it look-
floor with
Looks
a
at Blackstone. You make it look so hard.
You see Draven
No, this is
like
so much
reach up
easier.
like that's not. You know what? Never mind.
And then open the chest. What's in the chest?
What's in the box?
What's in the box? So in there you can see that there are a series of clothes of various sizes and colors, largely moth-eaten, but still somewhat preserved. Looks like whatever
Tossing
this
them across the
chest was preserved a lot of it. You can also see in there as well what looks to be a small kind of key at the very bottom.
I found a key. I take the key out.
Is Is there any writing, gnomish writing anywhere?
I'm not gonna make you roll for it. And I know you weren't here last week, Robo. Any writings that you've come across so far have either been utterly obliterated by whatever blast came through this area, or they're so worn away it's really, really difficult to see.
Okay.
At this point, I would say, based off of your passive, no, you don't see anything.
Okay.
But you do have a key.
I found a little key, and a bunch of old clothes that are messed up. But I found a little key. Have you found a little door with a little lock?
Can we find? Oh wait, that's not my voice. That's not my voice.
We all fucking up today.
Who
Don't
are
wait for
we?
2
Someone
weeks.
tell us.
Is there? Can I look for a little door with a tiny lock that kind of looks like that?
Sure. Go ahead and roll.
Like-
Walks in that direction.
The key doesn't automatically point to the lock, so yes, you would need to roll a either investigation.
This is the direction I feel for little doors.
There's a 92% chance the key
Investigation.
goes over here. I don't know.
Is there any way I can use survival on this?
I assist. Can I assist?
I'll let you argue why do you think survival would work. I'll let you argue it.
Looking at the key and the rust on it or whatever it is, and like trying to find this tiny lock, and because I'm small and I can fit through anything. Just let me
Little
roll.
guys gotta
I'll
be used
just
to
roll-
finding little
I'll
doors to
just
run
roll
away in case of
investigation.
emergency.
Okay. I was gonna give it to you, Robo, if you really blew it away. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take a page out of Fair's book. I'll let you argue it. Yeah.
That was not a good case you made.
Oh, you
That
actually
Listen.
argued. You actually
shit was
argued for
wussy.
You
You
argued
did.
for
I-
investigation.
Robo, I think you did great. I think a little guy needs to know where little doors are so he can run away in case they're big guys. And you
Right.
just have little
Thank
have
you.
little door detection.
But
Okay,
you
but-
don't live here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You still used to looking for ways
It's
to run.
gnomish
You're not used to
ways.
looking for...
All gnomes put little doors in the same spot. Don't you know this?
It's like a movie theaters. You'd always know where to find the
Oh
emergency
my
doors, always in
God.
the same place.
Yeah.
All right, D4.
Yep.
I'm gonna guide myself.
Nah.
And do
I'll just say no. The
They're
movie
always the
theaters
front.
one. They're at the front, but the layouts are not the same. I've been in enough
always-
movie theaters.
Nope.
Whose side are you on?
Not yours in this one.
God damn it,
I
Prince.
was gonna
Siding
try.
with the
I was
white woman.
trying.
Of course it would be you.
19.
19. Okay. So
Wow.
as you're kind of looking around the room,
I love you. Don't tell Chris I said that. I love her.
As you're looking around the room, you can see that kind of in the back corner of the room itself, behind the bed, there's a bookshelf to the left, and you can see the lining of the wall itself. It's largely stone, and then there's a little bit of wood that kind of acts as like center points. Anyways, so you can see that what appears to be there's some kind of cloth that's kind of draped on the corner of the bookshelf that seems to move ever so slightly, like there's a breeze coming from over there.
April. Oh wait, no, that's not your name.
Who's
Ori.
April?
Who's April?
I think I found a secret door here,
Oh, where's your secret door?
and I try to move the bookshelves.
I help you move the bookshelf.
As you are moving, you all can start to hear from outside the shop. It sounds like more of those creatures have arrived, as well as there's a steady, what sounds like heavy footsteps as the ground also shakes slightly. So, are you doing this quietly?
Shh, we have to be very, very quiet.
Yeah, let's be very, very quiet.
Very, very quiet.
Okay. Why don't you
Is there
roll
no
a
voice
stealth,
up to it?
please?
Oh, that's. Oh wait, no.
All of us?
Yep.
15?
Okay.
16.
Okay.
Better.
Oh,
3?
no, April.
5.
Oh no.
I roll with disadvantage. What do you want from me?
Same, I do too.
Both have friends who can help you with advantage, right?
Cribble got a nat 1. So like that's where we are.
Cribble.
Stealthy is I got a nat 1. That's how I got a 3.
You know, where y'all
I get
motherfuckers
it.
at with the pass without trace, huh?
Hang on.
This
let
on
me
y'all.
see.
This is on spellcasters
I'm
right
pulling
now.
up Black
I'm a
stuff
monk.
to see if he can
I said
actually-
spellcasters.
Oh, okay.
Hang on. He does not. Okay.
Oh, I got that. I do have that.
God damn it!
Robo.
Well, now it's too late.
Yeah, it's too late. Okay. You all are quietly moving the bookshelf, but Cribble,
Loud as hell.
Cribble,
Holy shit.
yeah, kind of exclaim. I don't know. What would Dimples? What would Cribble maybe be doing? Would he be watching everything, or would he be kind of like maybe exploring and getting spooked by a skeleton or something?
Getting surprised.
No. What more likely
good
than not
now.
happen is Cribble's like, that shelf look heavy as fuck.
Shut up. Shut the fuck
I
up.
didn't know we were supposed to be being quiet.
Just keeps talking, pulling, and like I mentioned before, you can hear the kind of groaning noises from downstairs. There seems like there is now a number of these, as well as the tremors are getting much more, well, present, for lack of a better term. But you do manage to pull the bookshelf aside, and you can see there is a small room where at the very center there's a small hatch with another lock on the hatch. You are
You're
muted,
muted, boo-boo.
Robo.
God damn it.
I got punched
Oh, yeah.
again with my staff.
Before you do that, is there
Oh, okay.
kind of looks like the key might open that, so you might try it. Oh, if you want to try that.
She's like mid about to hit it. Oh, here, and then hands you the key. You can try it.
Perfect.
Okay. And I do.
Okay.
Please don't be a mimic. Please don't be a mimic.
Nope. The hatch opens up, and you see darkness beneath you.
How
Darkness.
big is this hatch? Like, is
What do you mean?
it?
It's
is it
pretty
just
large.
Toby sized? Oh,
No,
okay.
you'll be Theodora. You'll be able to fit, no problem.
Yeah, I was gonna say Draven's like 6 feet tall, like not a small person.
No, the room
Is it like-
itself that's housing the hatch is small. Like you're kind of having to do the Gandalf duck when he's walking through the Shire houses of kind of being like hunched over. But the actual hatch itself looks like it would fit both Theodora and
That-
Tybord, no problem.
That's why
Is it
Draven
like-
got a 3 on his stealth, because he has to hunch over and he's just clanging all over,
Yeah.
all over with his armor, trying to squish down.
Cat, what are you doing? I don't fit. Move.
Is it like a drop down?
Into darkness.
Does anyone have like a light spell? I'll
Yeah.
fly down. Oh, I can fly down if anyone has like a way to like a torch or.
You can take me with you, but is there
Oh, okay.
before that? Is there
Yeah, but-
is it like magical darkness or like darkness?
It just looks like regular darkness.
I hand
Okay.
Oria a torch.
I snap my fingers and I produce flame on my
Snap my
hand.
fingers and do my stab.
I hate that we have the same thought.
Hate it here.
I hate that we have the same thought.
Okay.
Start slowly descending down.
Okay, you descend down. It's kind of like you find yourself in what appears to be a kind of almost chimney-sized kind of hatch going down, tunnel kind of going down to what appears to be the lower floor, even past the kind of entrance to the shop itself. You can see that fragments of stone have kind of pulled away, though, so you can, when you're kind of passing the lower floor, you can see that there are now 5 of those creatures that you fought before, as well as it's hard to kind of make out because they haven't come into the shop, but you do see some rather large kind of boots that seem to be stationed outside of the shop right now. Yes, fair.
Toby, do you have Druidcraft?
I do.
I also have it.
As we're as we all descend, before we like close the hatch,
Mhm.
Deodora is like, one of you should make it dusty again, so they don't know where we went. And use like druidcraft to like maybe create some dust or something to settle in like our track marks.
That's a very good idea. And I druidcraft like falling dust on it.
Okay. Can you roll a D100 for me, please?
It's a lot.
No, I can't. No, Jordan.
I feel like I get punished for having good ideas.
No, it's a good idea. I'm just waiting to see how well this will go. That's all.
That's a 55.
Okay. You're pretty confident that it's gonna look fine. And are you? I know right now it's just Aurea descending. Are you gonna pull the bookshelf back so it looks like nothing's been in this room, or are you gonna leave it as is?
No, that's what I meant. I was like, before we like fully close it, like
Perfect.
make it so dust, and then we can close. Like as the dust is falling, we can pull like the bookshelf closed.
Perfect. Okay.
So that way it looks like there's no, like literally no trace of us in the room.
Perfect. That's why I wanted to check and see. Okay. Aurea, you descend down this kind of almost chimney shaft down into the lower floors. And eventually you find yourself what appears to be largely walled in, but this looks like kind of where inventory for the shop was kept. Intakes, things like that. You see a number of boxes kind of strewn about the area. This whole area that was largely untouched. The wood is rotted in areas, but otherwise is largely preserved. You can also see, depending on how far in, the whole place is about, I would say, 50 by 50. So it is pretty massive. It's almost like an underground bunker. But there does not appear to be anyone else down here, minus a couple of skeletons.
I kind of just do a little loop and make sure, but if there's nothing down there, I kind of call up, there's nothing down here. Skeletons.
Yeah. Much like what happened in the last episode, we were taking out the skeletons.
Mm-hmm.
Cribble's getting back to this dusty, dirty work. Because I don't trust skeletons, and
You gotta dismantle.
they gotta make sure they got
skeletons.
say a little prayer and then get rid of the skeletons. Like, that's the
you have
business.
to.
So did you all
It's-
descend down the kind of chimney shaft, essentially, or?
Yeah.
Sure.
Cool. How
Toby
are you
didn't have a
doing that?
choice. Toby has never gotten out of the baby viewer.
Cribble didn't either. Cribble got.
I'm
Listen,
casting
your
spells with
ass
my-
made all this noise. Doop.
Okay. Yeah, because it is a bit of a drop. So that's why I was like, how are you all getting down here?
Oh, I'm strong. I'll just climb down, honestly.
Okay. Can you make a athletics check for me,
Yeah.
please?
Easy peasy. You know what? I'm gonna use inspiration on that. Okay, much better. I mean, it wasn't a bad roll in the first place, but you know.
Sure.
We're gonna go with a 21.
21. Okay. Kind of putting hands on either side and slowly moving down, or
Oh, like in Matrix.
yeah, a little bit.
No.
Okay.
No. It is taking a sword, sticking it on the wall,
Oh,
and just kind of
final-
sliding down. Yeah.
Okay.
Advent Children style.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Deodora's does the same thing. I got a dirge 20.
Okay. Okay. Can I get another stealth check from y'all if you're trying to do this quietly?
Oh, is it like? I guess
It's kind of
Maybe,
part
is it-
of the actual store, so if you do that, you
Oh.
are going to be
Oh,
making
I'm not
a
trying to
lot
do
of
this
Gotcha.
noise.
quietly. No.
Yeah.
then never
Absolutely
mind.
not.
I think Deodora would try to do it quietly
Okay.
because I mean I did.
I'm also
Like-
At this point,
Dust.
okay, fine.
So,
If we're
I think
doing it
Deodora-
quietly,
Yeah,
then
No,
I
you
climb
can-
down without
You don't
using
have
the
to
sword.
stealth. You could be the target.
Yeah, you can be the target. It's fine.
Fine, I'll pass without trace.
There you go.
Nice. Even better.
Okay. Well, since we're doing it quietly, That's going to be a 25 for stealth for Draven and a 19 for stealth for Crip.
Perfect.
I got a 13 stealth.
Okay.
29.
29. Toby, what'd you
Oh
get?
wait, I'm sorry, 15. I always forget to add my +2.
That's 30.
30. Nice. Okay. All of you descend.
Well, I'm basically around Aurea, so
All of you descend down into the inventory basement of this shop. It is pitch black, and again, that kind of moisture kind of permeating through here. There is a little bit of light that seems to be coming from a like barely intact window. That's kind of, it's in one of those basement windows where it's up high. So there's just a sliver of light that kind of comes in. Number of boxes all over the place. There are 3 skeletons at different corners of this basement. One wearing clothing is kind of up against several of the boxes, seemingly holding the remains of a book. The other 2 look like they are kind of actually slumped on top of the boxes, either death claimed them either when they were trying to close the boxes or when they were quickly trying to grab these boxes. But otherwise it is dark. You can hear above you, because the ceiling is massive, every now and then dust kind of falling. You can hear the floorboards creaking as those creatures are continuing to look to see where you all might be if you're still even here. Yes, fair.
Well, as Cribble does his grim business of destroying these skeletons because we don't trust it, I think I want to look around to see if there's like a back door into this like specific area, like to see if there's like an escape route or anything.
Sure. Yes. Why don't you go ahead and make a roll, perception, or
Can I?
a shift weave in roll.
Oh, interesting. I'll do a shift weave and roll. I'm gonna use Sparky to give me advantage.
Okay.
Oh, what do I add to that?
So that should be a +3 or a +4.
Shift weave and is +4.
Yep.
Okay, so 19.
19. It's very subtle, and honestly, it's just because you are always used to trying to pick out where the exits are whenever you're in a place and just being very aware of your surroundings. You can see the little beam of light from that window as whatever remaining day is starting to leave. It moves diagonally across the floor to the opposite wall, and just to the side of it, to the right, you can see this kind of glimmer of silver and almost like liquid ink, as there is a very subtle door.
Okay. I'll just mark that for now. Like, just kind of keep. Because you said it's a subtle door, but still don't really know exactly where it goes to.
Correct.
So, but also I know that like some of us do need to like rest. So just trying to be cautious about like what we're doing.
Yep.
You said that the skeletons were trying to like clutch or over a chest or of some kind.
Couple boxes. There's 2 that look, they're on opposite sides of the shop. Think of like one is in the northeast kind of corner of it, and the other's in the southwest corner. That look like they've kind of toppled over the boxes. So either they were trying to protect it, they had just closed it, or they were quickly trying to grab these boxes before whatever happened outside happened. And then there's one that's kind of shoved up against the boxes, kind of leaning up against it with what remains of a book, it looks like.
Okay. A book, you say?
Mm-hmm.
I'll get out of my Bjorn and I'm gonna go see what this box is.
Okay. Which one are you going for? The one in the northeast or the southwest?
Northeast.
Northeast. Okay. You can see similarly to the some of the skeletons that were up above, this one has almost fused to the box itself. The box is largely intact except for a couple of holes on the sides.
Can I see through one of those holes?
Yes, so you can see through them, and you can see what appears to be a almost like a metallic kind of sign. What languages do you speak?
Cordacia, Druidic, Gnomish, telepathy.
Wonderful. In Gnomish and Cortasian, you can see the remnants of kind of leaves that are kind of laid out in a very specific pattern. You see the word Vania.
Oh, how do you spell that?
V as in very, A as in apple, N as in Nancy, I as in igloo, A as in apple.
Does it mean something to me?
Roll a history check for me. No.
I guess it might.
Nice try, Farrah. No.
17 plus 2.
19.
19.
Okay. It's difficult to say. There might have been a town like this before, but there's nothing that comes to memory.
Hey, I found like a sign here. It says Vania. Does that mean anything to any of y'all?
Can we roll for it?
You all can roll history.
It reminds me of a person that I used to talk to back when we were kids that had all these weird veins running through his neck whenever he got mad. So we called him Vania.
That's probably it.
Oh. You said
Hold up.
history?
What was that, Farrah? Sorry, you cut out for a second.
15.
15.
11.
11.
Also 11.
Okay. No, none of it's really ringing any bells to any of you either.
Okay, can I try open that thing, the box,
Sure.
and like trying to get that?
Sure. How are you opening it?
I guess I use I do have that. My quarterstaff
Okay.
to like.
Okay. Can you roll another stealth check as you're doing that?
30.
Nice. Okay. All right. These are just boxes. I'm not gonna have you roll. You hit. Regular boxes, and your quarterstaff connects perfectly where some of the wood has kind of rotted away at the two corners, and you just kind of nudge the wood apart, catching both sides before they come clattering and kind of laying them on the ground. And there you see it's very rusted, but you see the same kind of sign in this kind of beautiful scroll. It's not a massive sign by any means. It looks like maybe this was supposed to go perhaps on a storefront or some kind of advertisement about coming into the town itself. And you can see that it's in the darkness right now, kind of similarly. There's this kind of black ink that seems to scroll around it, and then the presence of leaves that kind of seem to follow the trail, like almost like this sign is somewhat magical in properties with nature.
Oh, awesome. Wait, I do have something like for that. No, I don't. Never mind. I'll just take that out and like pocket it to see if
I would say put it in your
Blackstone
bag
can-
because it's not like a small sign. It's somewhat like a medium.
Oh, it's a
sign.
big sign?
Yeah, not massive. Not like you are entering, whatever state.
It's like a street sign?
Yeah.
Like a...
Perfect.
Okay.
Yep.
So I'll just point to everybody. I found this, and it kind of looks magical. I think Blackstone might be able to identify this thing, so I'll just keep it around me. And like I put it in my back, kind of like a backpack.
Mm-hmm.
Since I found that door with like shift weave that has like shift weave in magic to it, does the sign also have shift weave on it?
Yeah. You can see it's spelling the same word, although from what you can tell, the memory of it. And it does seem to also say the exact same word, Vanya.
Okay.
So,
Raven is tidying and setting up a place where we can sleep.
perfect. Oreo, what are you doing?
I'm gonna check out the other box.
Okay. All right. So this one you also see a similar skeleton, kind of on top of it largely. This
Cribble's
one-
there. Got it. Don't worry about it.
Thanks, buddy.
Sacred flame.
Sacred flame, got it.
Splash of holy water.
Perfect. Okay. Why don't we do another stealth check, please?
You said everyone?
Nope, just those that are focused on the
okay.
boxes.
37.
30s. Okay.
Oh my god.
Damn.
Well, I rolled a 27, and then if pass without trace is still
Yeah,
on,
plus
I think there
10.
is.
That'll do it.
22 with the pass without trace.
Okay, perfect. Similarly, I imagine Cribble kind of grabs both sides of the box before it kind of comes clattering to the ground. You can see even more of these similar kind of metal. This has been inlaid in a number of, it looks like daggers, in a number of kind of the points of several arrows that are in there. There also seems to be almost a liquefied version of it as well.
In
All of it
something or like in the
intact.
bottom?
I'm sorry?
Like in vials or like in the bottom?
In
like
vials.
Loose in the crate.
Yeah.
Okay. Arya's gonna, with fabric wrapped around her hand, pick them up and put them in a bag. She'll
Okay.
Start taking stuff. Some of this in a bag. Some of these vials in a bag. Grab some of those vials in more cloth just in case they don't.
Perfect.
What's in the vials? Like, what does it look like? Or is it just
Basically, it
vials?
looks like a
I don't know.
liquefied version of the metal that you found outside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, and you're finding more of the metal present instead of it just being on climbing gear. This is on a number of daggers, a number of short swords, some of the kind of tips of arrows that almost look like they've been dipped in that kind of liquid as well. You can mark off that you found about half a dozen of those kind of liquidized metal. As well as, I mean, I'm not going to make you keep track. You can find in there about 20 arrows and 2 daggers, as well as 2 short swords.
This seems like something for you. And I hand it off to Blackstone. Because Blackstone, I think, would want the weird metal in a vial, right?
Sure.
Sin, are you in chat still? If not, I'm just gonna flush it down a toilet. You don't want weird metal, do you?
And they'll take it.
Yeah.
Yes, Robo.
So yeah, I'll give all the weird metal to Robo.
I do have identify.
You do.
So can I identify the vials or well the liquid of this?
So I'm not going to, let me ask this. What specifically are you trying to identify?
What is it?
Okay,
what?
I'm not going to make you do that because we kind of covered it last session. So basically, this weird kind of metal seemed to be perfectly preserved compared to everything else that was found in this city. And interestingly enough, along with it, normally when you're combining metals together, usually one ends up taking priority and is present more. This, across the board, all the metals that are present are equal. Perfectly equal. It's very powerful kind of alchemy with trying to get everything together. But along with that, there's also the presence of some kind of spiritual connection. Is a combination, basically. A perfect unity between kind of earth and body. All present in this kind of metal that has allowed it to survive whatever blast that happened. And yes, it's a little bit rusted, but considering the state of the rest of the town, or even just the shop that you have seen, it's still pretty preserved and still pretty usable for this time.
Can't be adamantium.
No.
Okay, I'll just explain that to everybody. Interesting. Okay, this is for later, but okay. Are we getting out of here, or are we staying here?
Should I stay or should I go now?
Here above us.
Sorry, you cut out for a second, Fair. What was that?
What do we still hear movement above us?
Yeah. Yeah, they seem to be, from what you can probably tell, based upon your excellent hearing abilities, Theodora, you can tell that there are still some present directly above you, and there are some that have moved to the upper floor.
Okay. I mean, we can risk it here if you want to, but they know that there are or were people in this building. It didn't take us that long to find this little cubby.
That's true. Can we get out of here then?
Of course we can.
I found a door over there.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know if I want to go through there.
Go up?
I mean, we can, if you feel confident that nothing bad's going to happen to us if we go through the weird shifty door, then sure.
I'm not going to make any promises to anybody. Can I?
I say this as Draven only has 10 HP right now. Like, it's
Right.
we were in rough shape after the last battle.
So based on like our previous like interaction with like the shift weave and everything like that, I know that shift weave does contain like memories of places. The shift weave that's on this door, could I maybe like touch it or reach out to it some way and see like if there's any memories it can show me about where this goes?
You can certainly try.
Are you muted? Because I didn't hear anything you
You
said.
can certainly try. Zoom is acting up today.
Okay. Do you want me to roll for that or?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna use Sparky again.
Okay.
You said it's a +4?
Mm-hmm.
23.
Perfect. Can you roll for Sparky? He is going to go ahead and use the kind of dream walking ability that he was able to do with you a couple of sessions ago. So go ahead and roll a d4 and add that roll as well.
Add the d4 to my roll, or?
Yep.
Okay.
This is how he's assisting you. Yeah.
So 23. So that's a 25 total.
Perfect. That's exactly what you needed. So, okay. How are you connecting with the shift weave on the door?
I think Theodora is very much like a physical person, so I think she'll just like literally reach out with her hand and just like sort of like touch it.
Okay.
And connect with it that way.
Okay. Your fingertips touch the kind of liquid of the door and the lining. And it's almost like ink kind of covers your vision of this whole place. You see instead flashes of memory, each lasting but barely a couple of seconds. A vibrant storeroom full of happy people coming in and out. Several gnome workers moving boxes. You can see one specifically that seems to kind of be the overseer, a male presenting gnome with kind of shock white hair, a nasty kind of star across his right eye, where you can see that the eye itself is kind of milky. I can't see out of it. Wearing robes and a vest, and always has what appears to be a little small clock on the side. Holding a book. You can see every now and then he's barking orders to the other workers, before eventually disappearing through the door. And you can see a glimpse of what appears to be a series of stables. This is where the orders were coming in before moving down here, on the opposite side of the shop from the main entrance. You can see what appears to be on several of the workers, all similarly wearing similar kind of words that say Vanya on them. And with that as well, you hear, and it's almost like ink kind of dripping from an artist's canvas. Little bits of conversation in common, some in shift weaving, as this same gnome is having a number of conversations. You hear at some points talking about exporting metals, that the mines are getting more difficult and unruly, and they're pulling more people from the town. Every now and then you also get glimpses of the word Felk, 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 repeated over and over. You also hear every now and then the name of the shift weaving tribe that moves around, but not anything specific. But similarly, this seems to be both, yes, a storefront, but also you get the sense that this was also a hideout, a point for many people to kind of meet in secrecy and in safety, for the conversation and sharing of knowledge. At one point, what flashes through your mind, you can see easily the robes of someone from Felk that stepped through this door, kind of usher through the back way to kind of stop any suspicion from arising, before they were quickly ushered back out. This was a hub, a safe space, and that has left its mark on this area. As you can see, kind of as the room itself is starting to slowly fade back into the darkness, the skeletons themselves slowly coming back into view, as you can see several of the kind of workers that have been milling around this area to keep it secure, slowly transforming into those skeletons, and the overseer, the one that's stocked up against the boxes and holding a book.
Okay. I think instead of really answering Draymond's question, Theodora's going to hand him a potion of greater healing. She's also going to healing word him. I'll let you roll like the greater healing potion, but you get a 6 from the healing word. She's going to grab the book from dude, and she's just going to step through the shift weave door.
Okay. You all see Theodora step through the shift weave door. The door itself not even parting, just kind of almost dissolving slightly as Theodora walks through.
The door. Oh shit.
I actually picture that happening.
Toby drops his quarterstaff.
Yeah.
I'll follow behind the door.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, fuck.
Oria, Tyborn, What are y'all doing?
I said I went through the door.
Oh, okay. I didn't. Zoom is
I
acting up,
didn't
so
hear
it
you.
No,
didn't-
we
I just said yeah.
Yeah, all I heard
Fuck,
was
and
yeah,
then
and I
just
didn't hear anything from April, so I apologize. Zoom is acting up today, y'all.
we're going.
worries.
I guess I don't want to.
Theodora
Last
doesn't
time I
have
went through like a
any-
shift weave thing, it was a bad time.
Yeah, that's true.
It was a very bad time.
I mean, would you rather have a bad time with the shift weave, or you want to have a bad time with the dudes upstairs?
I don't know
think
who
it's
the
gonna be
dudes
the worst.
upstairs are. They could be cool people. We don't know.
Jordan literally said they're the same creatures that we just fought.
Plus one additional that
Plus-
you haven't been able
Plus,
to see.
yeah.
Never mind that.
So good luck if you want to stay.
So
on
all of
now.
this is a bad time. Fuck it.
Essentially.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
You just hear Draven go, all that cleaning for nothing.
Okay.
Did nobody tell you to clean?
Listen, a house is not a home.
Oh, that's deep.
The way you said that was so condescending.
Condescending and dismissive.
That was like a
To sound
oh, bless
condescending.
your
Oh,
heart.
honey.
It was a bless your heart,
Yeah.
child.
I didn't mean to sound like that.
Bless my soul,
I
honey.
genuinely meant that.
Okay. You move through the doorway, Deodora, and you find yourself in another kind of similar landing and then stairs that ascend upwards towards
Okay.
where you presume those kind of stables were.
Is the door leading upwards also like shift weaving?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, after everybody has their bad trip through the shift weave, I lead them up to another bad trip.
With your
Okay.
check before, too, you can kind of sense the shift weave is present here, but it's not very strong. Barely lingering. The last time you all had to go through a shift weave and door, you all had to roll. Don't have to do that. So there seems to be the shift weave, whatever remains of it, is fighting to stay as you all walk through. Just to kind of give a heads up. But if you ascend the stairs and kind of go through the other kind of, it's similar, another doorway, and you find yourselves kind of looking out at a series of kind of stables where horses were most likely held. I would say as you're approaching, based upon your passive perception, Deodora, you would hear movement in this area as well. And
Okay.
I would imagine just before you actually crack the door, you actually see one of those kind of creatures kind of lumbering with its hand kind of dragging across the floor, looking to see if any of y'all are here. Does not seem to
Okay.
have noticed you or the door.
So it's like it can't, like, do I get the sense that it can't see shift weave?
Correct.
Okay. I will, like, quietly close the door and just say, just based on, like, the memory that I had and, like, just how we kind of surveyed the building before, what is the, like, how far away are the stables from, like, the main, like, the store, like the main building?
you
Is it
were
like
opening up
directly
into-
attached,
yeah,
or
it's directly
no?
attached to the
I
back.
know. I'm just trying to gauge a distance of how far we have traveled to get from one end to the other. Is
Got
what
it.
I'm.
Okay. So you're basically in the connected garage part of this kind of.
Gotcha. Okay, so
Yeah.
it's not like okay.
It's not across. It's not separated.
It's not detached. Okay.
No. No, but it is
Okay.
on the back side of the place, and you can see actually before you kind of dipped your head back in. There is the tree line. So this was the other reason this was perfect to kind of bring in those individuals that were trying to just say something and then leave without it being a big hullabaloo. The tree line is there, and there is a very worn kind of path where you do see that there are a number of kind of abandoned carts off to the side as well. So not only getting imports and exporting items, but also being able to bring in people and safely escort them out. So
Okay. Yeah. So I'll like see that, close the door quietly, and then turn to the rest and be like, "There is one of those creatures up in the stable. Looks like they sent one to sort of make sure that there is nobody in this area. But the tree line's not that far. What do you guys want to do?
Want to be super quiet and like get out of their view.
I can't guarantee that I'm going to be quiet. But oh, go ahead.
They're not large creatures, correct?
You mean like mechanically large?
How big are these things?
They're not big. From the
Okay,
one
they're the
that
same
you
things we
saw
fought last
that
time.
was walking through wasn't big, but you do remember again. The shop is being watched from out front, and there was a large,
Big enough to beat my ass.
at least one large creature that was kind of unable to actually enter the premise. Whether they're there or
if
not, it's hard to see now because you're on the opposite side of the house.
What if we gave them a distraction?
How exactly do you plan to distract them?
They can't fly. Can't.
Yeah,
I got an
I
idea.
bust out of
They
here.
can-
I make a lot of noise and obnoxious. I grab the guy in front of the door and drop him on his friends. I make a big scene. You guys run. I fly the other way, and then I just loop back in the trees. I can
Yeah,
fly
but
high
what if
enough
they
to get in the
decide to
clouds.
follow you?
They
Like,
can't fly.
I understand they can't fly, but they have eyes.
There's a sky. They can't see in the clouds.
You're going to fly to the clouds.
It wouldn't be the first time. I took Toby through the clouds before. You've seen this.
Yeah,
I'm not going to stay there long, and then I can
This-
just loop back around the other side of the forest. Or do you want to fight everyone out there?
There's another thing I can do as a distraction and not get anyone in trouble. Are there trees around here?
Yes, there are trees directly, like, you didn't get to see this, but I'm assuming this is Deodora kind of telling you that there is a tree line. The trees, though, Toby, you've been able to tell that all of the vegetation here is dead. It is decayed. You have been having a lot of difficulty connecting with what's around you because it's not even that there's a little bit of life remaining, like a seed waiting to sprout. It's like the life itself was cut completely, drained. The trees outside are husks, skeletons of their vibrant selves that they once were.
Okay.
Because I imagine while
Um,
you've been kind of moving through the town and up until this point, you've been trying to connect with the nature around. So I will give you that at least. That, yeah, it's difficult. Yes, April. Zoom's acting up
can't
again.
hear you.
Yeah.
I was muted that time. That was my fault.
Still
Don't
gonna
blame
lose it.
Zoom, but it's my fault. This is like an abandoned town, right? There's other buildings.
define abandoned
Yeah, I was
because
gonna
we
say
just fought a bunch of
Well,
things.
okay, yes, but like people don't like people who have things and live a life and work jobs 9 to 5 don't live here. It's just full of creatures.
Creatures and skeletons. I'll say it's very think
Okay,
Herculaneum
it's
and
not
Pompeii.
a regular city though.
It's not
filled
an
with people.
active town.
Okay.
No.
but it is a town.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna go up to a tree, and I know it's dead.
Okay.
We'd have to leave the we can't leave
Baby,
the
we're
basement, honey.
in the basement.
We're in a basement. If we
And
leave
there's a creature
here,
up there.
we start it. Like that's why we gotta figure out what we're doing before you go outside.
Yeah. We're not.
Oh,
outside
wait.
yet.
Yeah, there's a
a
creature
fucking
running
druid.
around.
I'm a fucking druid. I'll turn
You are a
myself
fucking
into
druid.
a mouse.
Okay.
I wall chip into a mouse, and I go up to one of those trees.
Okay. Can you roll a stealth check for me, please?
I got
You don't
past
see
without
how-
trait.
Yep.
Oh.
As the mouse runs out the door, I'm like, I don't see how this is any different than me running out the door. They're gonna kill us.
32.
32. Okay. You make it through the stables themselves through this kind of small entryway that allows for imports and exports to come through. And about 30 feet behind the building is where you start to see the brambles and kind of dead trees. You also hear from the tree line several squawks of what sounds like vultures that are kind of just chilling in the area. And yes, before you asked, they are undead vultures.
Oh, I wasn't gonna ask that. I was like, damn, they must be starving.
Yeah, no, it's more so for Toby. These are undead vultures that you can feel being right now prey, that they have kind of zeroed in on you. So yes, you will have a moment to do anything before they possibly do something.
Okay, I'll go around and see if I can get to a tree, the
Yeah.
closest tree that's here,
Yeah.
and I get behind it,
Mhm.
and so it covers me,
Mhm.
and I turn back into Toby,
Okay.
and I say to the tree, "Help us out here, please, friend," and I cast Awaken on it,
Okay.
and essentially becomes a tree ant from Lord of the Rings.
You attempt to cast that spell, and nothing happens.
Motherfucker.
You feel as you're trying to druid magic, you have to connect with the nature itself. And instead, you get those kind of similar flashes to what Theodora had, where instead of ink kind of moving about, you can feel vines and leaves that seem like they want to assist you, but just do not have it in them. It's basically, these trees are puppets without strings, and they've been cut off from whether you believe in a world tree or not, whatever helped to give them life, they've been utterly cut off from it. And not only
Okay.
that, the spirit of the tree itself has been also struck. Possibly
Eh.
not beyond the realm of bringing back, but it is going to be incredibly difficult to do.
Good point. And I also casting time for Awaken is 8 hours, so I really can't do that.
Okay, no. I think maybe you just go kind of touch the tree and instead, is that childhood of base? You go awaken. Oh wait, no, that doesn't work.
Yeah, and I go back into
Go back.
into mouse form and go.
Okay.
Well, I tried.
How far away from the door is the tree line?
About 30 feet.
30 feet? Okay.
I still don't think my idea is the worst idea. You all run stealthily, and then I go in the other direction, and I just loop back around. I can go faster than any of them.
Can I go with you?
Bart,
My worry is that you'll just lead them back to us, and then we'll just be back in the same place.
Fly for 20 seconds that way.
Yes, again, unless you can
So-
keep them from seeing you, period, in the sky, and a sky that's empty of all living things except you.
I
This
think
seems dangerous.
It's night. There's clouds. I could
Is it
use the
night?
night as Is it at night?
It is getting to be nighttime, and is nighttime, not nighttime yet. I would say it's very
Then yeah,
early
if it's
evening,
getting
it's not-
nighttime,
I
would
think
be
we
in
should
bed.
just fucking run.
Well, you are still going to run, but then we're all okay. So, your plan is for us all to run and for us all to be a target versus one person being a target and potentially accidentally having them run the same way. Either way, the plan ends up, if mine goes wrong, they're running towards you still. There,
Hi.
Eudora.
Sparky's big enough that both Toby and Cribble can ride him, correct? And if Sparky were to blink, would he take Toby and Cribble with him?
Very possibly, yeah. They would have to be willing,
need it.
but yeah.
I assume they would be willing to go.
Never
And
know.
then when I shifted before,
Mhm.
I did blink, but I only used about like 5 feet of my movement, if that. And I
Correct.
believe I have 40 feet of blink movement. So if I were to hold on to someone, like hold their hands, would they blink with me?
No, they would not.
No?
Right now, you are still
What if I
only
was-
able to do it with yourself.
Okay.
That is
So
a
I
future
could-
thing, but right now, no.
Anyway,
Sorry.
let me level up again. Fuck,
No, oh.
ruining my fucking plans.
Oria.
Okay, well, I was just gonna say, Deodora was like, well, Sparky can get Cribble and Toby out, and I can get myself out, but that would leave you two.
I can fly very fast and then I can poof. Toby, you gotta speak up when you're speaking to.
God damn it!
Toby, lower your voice though.
Now
Not so
you're
loud.
speaking too loud.
But so Captain Draven might be. Oh, unless can Sparky carry Draven and Cribble?
No.
Yeah, Sparky's big
Unless
enough that
Sparky's a draft horse.
Sparky can carry.
Two little guys.
I mean, Sparky has like direwolf stats or something like that. Like Sparky's pretty
Yes.
big, but Sparky can't carry Draven. Sparky can carry Sparky can carry the shorties of the group, so Deodora,
Okay.
Toby, and Cribble. Draven's like 6 something wearing heavy armor.
Medium armor.
Same difference. So, because otherwise I would have suggested all 3 of them, but yeah.
All right, let's do this. I'll
what about-
polymorph into
Oh.
a dragon, and we'll get the fuck out of here.
You can polymorph into a trap. Oh yeah, that's right.
Well, it wasn't a dragon. It was the crystal dragon, right?
Yeah. It was a
Okay,
wormling
so-
that you transformed into.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can. Yeah, wormling.
So let me get
Yeah.
this straight. Turn into a dragon and us all flying out of here on your back is going to be less likely for the bad guys to chase us than
No.
trying to do this stealthily and only one person getting chased in the other direction.
Well, Oria, I'm worried that they'll catch you by yourself and you'll get fucked up.
I could go so much higher than any of them can get. And I could go so fast. So fast. You won't even believe how fast I
Okay.
can go.
She can go really fast.
Okay, Sonic.
So,
And-
so
and if-
in,
and if
in
anything,
game, I have
yeah, she can go
45
way
foot
past
move,
cool.
so I could do action dash with the key point.
Can I get another
bonus
stealth
action
check,
dash.
please?
Oh my god.
Jordan, we're making a plan here.
I know, but you're also
We've
talking.
been standing around talking.
Yeah, you're standing around talking. The
21.
door is right there.
21.
21.
The door's closed.
Correct, but like the
11.
door is not soundproof, so
Did you add 10 to that? Pass on a trace.
Is Pass Without Trace still up?
Yes, yes.
yeah, it would still be up, and an hour has not passed.
Okay, 21.
21.
Chili dogs.
Also 21.
Way past cool.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
22 for Draven and 12 for Cripple.
I shove a sock in Cripple's mouth. He's so loud.
You put Cribble in a bag.
Okay.
Thank you.
So
Go back to making
okay.
plans. Just need to ask.
Okay, here's the deal. First of all, we simply maybe have to play it a little faster. But also, what are we gonna do about Draven?
Guys, stay with Toby and just run stealthily like you're doing. So in game, you would have Pass Without a Trace. And then I, Oria, would just go in the other direction.
Why do you think I'm stealthy?
That's why you have to go with Toby, who has Pass Without a Trace on. Because you've been doing all right, but that's why we need you to be with other people who can help grab you in case you don't do all right. Or we could have you be the target, or we just all run out there and go, ah, this is us. Don't eat us.
I'm just saying I could be the big target. So anybody, and it won't hurt
Also,
me.
my hope is that if I'm small enough target that I can poof away, they won't see where I poof to, and then I just fly back.
All right, let's do that then. Let's go. Let's go, everybody. Let's run out, and we go. And Ori's gonna do her thing, and we're gonna just run over.
Okay. If I look out the front door, are there things in front of the door?
No, not directly at least.
Okay.
I think they came in, like, most of them came inside.
Just the one.
Or
Came in
unless you mean
this-
the stable door that we're in front of right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Okay,
the
okay.
stable
That
door.
really mean-
No, you can see the one that was kind of lumbering around and is still kind of dragging its hand is still within the stable. It's moved a little bit more inward, so it's moved past you, not towards the door, but away.
Okay, then let's all stealth together, and as soon as it seems like something's bad, I'll just do something very big soon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's get us out.
I still want. I think Toby and Cribble should be on Sparky just in case, because he can blink and take you both with him.
That's true.
Don't get any argument out of me.
And I'm gonna go first,
Okay.
just to keep an eye out. And if I see anything, I will immediately do something.
Okay. All right. Can you roll a stealth check for me, please?
Oh, I get on Sparky and I just pet him.
Oh my god.
Shit.
Cribble is making sure all of him is covered so he doesn't potentially poison you or Sparky.
Aw.
Sparky has plot armor.
28.
28.
Oh yeah.
Oria, how far are you going to the door completely, or are you like just surveying what's in there? Or are you checking what's outside? What exactly are you doing?
I'm staying just on the edge of everybody.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go out the door first and stuff.
Okay. You exit out of this door and again find yourselves in the stables, a series of paddocks where horses were held. You can kind of see the upper area where more supplies and hay is up there as well. And every now and then kind of the trudging of this creature as it's dragging its hand across the cobblestones. Nothing else that you can see at least. And as you kind of make your way to where the stable doors to outside are, you can see that tree line. You hear every now and then the caw of these kind of vultures. Can I get a perception check for me, please?
14.
14. Other than that, not really picking up anything else.
Okay, then I'm gonna go faster, and I'm gonna break out of the stables.
Okay.
I'm not making a lot of noise yet, but I do want to go first, so if anything is out there.
Okay. All right. You head out of the stables. The night air kind of hitting you as evening has been settling and this conversation has been happening. You can see off to the left is where it looks like a number of poles where a lot of the horses have been kind of tied up at one point. To the right, you can see the road that a lot of these carts must have made their way. And you also see a large figure not staring at you. Right now, it seems like you've caught their profile. Massive, larger than the house, large legs, and you can see the skin itself, whatever is remaining, is very taut. Side profile looks almost like their face has kind of been fused to the helm that they wear. They have kind of dragging behind them a axe, which they seem to be kind of, that's what's perhaps has been one of the noises of lumbering, as you would know this to be a zombie giant that's been lumbering in front of the shop.
Cool.
Looking around. You also see, kind of moving in the opposite direction, another one. And in the
there's two.
There's two of them, as well as further back, you can see one that seems to be carrying a scythe and seems to be much larger than the other two.
Okay, we just gotta get this. How many feet up is this?
Feet up or feet away?
Yeah, feet up. I guess both.
Okay. So from you, the closest of the giants is about 60 feet.
Okay.
And they are the one that, again, they're not, luckily you have not caught their attention yet. But this one rises about, I would say, 50 feet into the air. It's
Okay.
pretty large.
Then
And
writing
it's just
that,
kind of
I'm
doing a perimeter walk. So the ground, you're not touching it, but the ground is shaking every so often.
okay. I'm gonna kind of like, we've now traveled long enough that I'm gonna make signals to Deodora. 3 big guys with axes and a scythe, walking, looking down that way, and that way.
Theodora just nods solemnly. Just
You know exactly what I mean.
Yeah.
So, okay, I just want to mention. So here's the building that we're in.
Yes.
30 feet this way is tree line, where my
30
friends can get cover, right?
Yeah, 30 feet in front of you, which at this point, 30 feet in front of you is the tree line.
Yeah.
To the left are the posts, and then about 50, 60 feet to the right is the bend in the road, and that's where the giants are walking.
Okay, so they're pretty much walking away from us.
They're walking, so think of it like the road itself was kind of...
Parallel to us, then?
Yeah, that would be the better
Okay.
word.
Um,
Here, I'll draw a picture.
I-
I'll send it.
no, it's fine. I got it now. I just had to get it in my head because there's got to be a lot of feet that are important to
Yes.
this.
That's
I'm
fun.
gonna go straight up then. Actually, no, angled up. 90 feet.
Okay.
And then watch my friends below. Just make sure they get out. And as they go to leave, then I'm gonna start heading that direction, parallel.
Okay.
So I'm now, 50. I'm 90 feet, so I'm 40 feet above them.
Okay. Can you make another stealth check, please?
Since I'm probably out of the Pass Without a Trace, that's a 21.
Okay. Does not seem to have noticed you right now. And I posted kind of what the layout of everything is. It's very rough, but it's in the cast chat.
Thank you. I'm gonna see if my friends could get past.
Okay. All of you have just gotten that information from Aurea.
Right.
I think
Let's
they
fucking
should
go then.
stealthily run towards the tree line now. While they still have Pass Without a Trace on.
Da-do, 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 ba-do-do-do-do.
Oh,
God damn it.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh.
I have to roll a disadvantage, but I did crit. I'm upset about it. But that's a 22 or 24.
Okay.
16.
32.
16. Toby?
32.
32. Okay. The hand dragger doesn't seem to notice as you all exit. Moving in the opposite direction towards the stable doors. And that kind of, not even night breeze, but that dead air kind of hits each of you. And you see exactly as Aurea described. You can see kind of lumbering to the right down the road. Yep.
She's like,
Just
one Grim Reaper scythe.
you can see one of them just
She
kind
gets a
of-
hoodie just to do that one day.
just doing a perimeter kind of walk. The ground shaking every so often as you all are kind of walking.
Can I give that crit to Sparky
Sure.
so it doesn't get wasted? Okay, thank you so
Sure.
much. Since he's carrying Kobe and Cribble.
Yep. There you go. And eventually you all do dart off into the tree line. The tree line is very thin because there's not a lot of vegetation. So but you do find yourselves within the forest. What do you do?
Get the fuck away from here.
What are you
Toby,
saying?
you have to speak
Toby,
up. We can't
Toby,
hear you. I'm too
just
far
slightly,
away.
just slightly louder, but not too loud. Just not, but slightly
We
louder.
can. Oh. But yeah, just fucking go further into the forest.
Okay.
Forest.
Question for you, Toby. Are you moving back towards the river? Are you moving towards where the lake was? Or are you moving towards where the mine is?
We need to get to the mine, yes? That's what we are had
There were
planned to
three
do.
options, yeah. For-
We were going to
We never
cut through the
planned.
mine. I thought that was what we had decided on last week.
Okay.
I don't remember.
good.
This was 2
Okay.
weeks
Sure,
ago.
that's what we decided on. We're going to the mines.
We're
Go
going
into
through
the
the
mines.
mines.
Let's be fucking Minecraft.
I could have sworn maybe we said maybe mine's not a good choice.
Yeah.
Oh, it wasn't,
Don't
but it was the
remember.
least bad
I don't
choice because
think
we
I
were going to
liked the
climb the
mines.
mountain was the other thing,
Yeah.
right? Was that it?
We could carry people up the mountain easy.
No, we couldn't. We determined that. That was not a good idea.
Such
could
privilege from
go-
the fairy who can fly.
Yeah, like, oh, I can fly people up the mountain. I have to walk, motherfucker.
Toby
My,
can turn
my
into a
ass
dragon.
is best in water.
Toby can carry you.
Yeah, we can carry. I can carry everybody.
A wormling? I don't think that's how that works.
That's how we got out from the other attack.
Yeah, we got lucky from the GM.
Mhm.
But I know
Stop
what
trying
size
to ruin
a
it.
wormling is. I don't want to keep testing fate.
Okay. Another thing is we can go through the lake, and you have me, which I
And
can
you could go through
cast
water.
water
If we're
walk.
gonna go through the lake, then you're gonna get happy, joy from Cribble and Draven.
Then why aren't we going through the lake?
Then let's go through the lake.
Because Diodora and Blackstone, water ain't necessarily their steez.
Well, Orya can't
I-
swim either.
I
Yeah, but
cast
Arya doesn't
water
touch
walk
anything.
on everybody.
Orya could what? Oh, I
Water
I-
walk.
Okay,
if we go underwater.
I need to say one thing. Diodora can't swim. Diodora just wears heavy armor.
Yeah, that's what that's what I'm getting at. I didn't say that Diodora can swim, but that's
if
like.
Toby casts water walk, it doesn't fucking matter how much the water weighs. We just walk
Yeah.
across it.
Do y'all remember the giant thing that came from the river that tried to kill us? And
we
Well,
like
they
to
see
make-
that the
Yeah,
fucking
no, Toby
mine.
and I
You
were
just-
great. We were fine. We were picking berries on the fucking shore. What
Can we
giant
just
thing?
can we just make a decision on which way we're gonna go and just go? Can we just make a decision? Toby,
Through the
go.
mines.
Where are we going? Toby, just pick a direction.
Lake.
Okay, great.
Okay. All right. So let's get another stealth check as y'all are moving.
We're gonna die either way. I think
Yeah, we
mine
could have died every
mine will get cave in.
you know,
25.
minor matters.
Am I
Ooh,
with them? Am I back with them yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
25. I rolled 2 13s.
Nice.
23 then.
23.
Cribble got a 20 or 21 with pass without trace, and Draven got 14.
Okay. You all quietly make your way past the lumbering undead giants, doubling back towards the main pathway that led you into this town. Dried and dead trees acting as markers as you go. Leaves still utterly disintegrating underneath your boots. Bones and skulls dotting the path between rocks and dead roots with the occasional skull. You can also see that there are still a number of long rusted swords broken in places, still all pointed in the opposite direction of the mountains and towards the river itself.
I have a question.
Yes.
Do Cribble and Toby need to be rolling because they're riding on Sparky?
You would be rolling for Sparky, and that would count.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We got pass without trace, right?
Yep. You do have a
Sparky
crit, but
got
you
a-
haven't used the crit yet.
I probably used the crit for the last stealth one.
Okay.
With Sparky has a +9 to stealth. Sparky got a 38
Nice. Let's go.
with because I rolled a 19.
Perfect. Okay. Eventually you all find yourselves kind of following the path, which connects with a small stream that seems to have been feeding off of the river. let's see. The tunnel of trees that you find yourselves in eventually spits you out into a large area with a black lake. You can see that there are a number of broken arrows that are kind of lining the rocks, and kind of in the main entrance of this area. You can see what appears to be two skeletons that are kind of leaning up against each other and seemingly staring out at the lake itself. The lake is massive for this area, and it seems like it's almost these black kind of tendrils of water coming in from various points around the area. I hate y'all. Feeding in from various points of the area, like water, and kind of these threads of black leaking back into the lake itself. There's a mist that kind of is moving steadily across the lake as well. Can I get another perception check for me, please?
$24.
24.
8.
8.
18.
Okay. Tyborn, what'd you get?
Still got pastel trace?
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
isn't
this
stealth,
is
this
perception.
Oh, perception. Oh, I hit
Yeah.
the wrong
I
thing.
don't do much.
I'm paranoid.
No, I'm doing my job then.
So Draven got 18, Cribble got 23.
Okay. For those of you that got above a 19, you can see at the very center of the lake, there
I
appears
feel
to be
targeted. Got an 18. Feel fucking targeted.
You can see very faintly, it looks like there might be something sticking up out of the water. Not like a creature.
I'll make sure to point that
Nothing
out.
is moving, but you do see something very pale, like shock white, kind of sticking
Is
up.
it a
Fucking
hand? Is
machete.
It a hand with
It is
Is it a
not
hand?
No.
Is it a hand with a sword? Is this a lady of the lake? Are we getting a dope?
No, it's Jason, man.
Right.
Jason's coming back to get us.
Wow.
No.
No, I'm gonna assume this is Arthurian legend and this lady of the lake with a sword.
No.
With this Excalibur. Thanks. So
I like
much.
your thought process. No.
Yeah, my thought process is sick and correct.
Cook us in a sleeping bag.
But
slam you across
otherwise,
the,
there doesn't seem to be
hole.
any undead in this particular area, minus just the two skeletons that seem to have been holding each other when all the bullshit started happening. And that's really it.
So, we are by the lake. then.
Yes.
Great. Yeah. Okay. Everybody, get together. Okay. And I cast Water Walk on everybody, and like a light emerges from my body and transfers to everybody's feet, and you get like leaves on them, like transparent leaves that just have a little bit of glitter on them, and we got Water Walk shoes now.
You'll notice that Draven and Cripple wave you off. Hey, don't worry about us. Cat's got this one.
Oh my god. All right, fine.
Okay. And as Waterwalk takes its action, I think now's an excellent time for a break. So we'll take about a 10-minute break to get up, stretch, move around. And we'll see what shenanigans our adventurers find themselves in. Thank you all for joining us so far. And yeah, we'll see you all very shortly. Bye.
Y'all about to learn why they call us the damn daddies.
No.
Yeah, you dive into that poison water.
Pick up your gear and open your chests. Throw on your armor and head out on a quest. Hey, hey. It's a brand new day. On the slow coast, your allies will help with blades and bows and magic as well. Hey, hey. Heroes on their way. Fighting together against overwhelming odds. Fighting together in favor of multiple gods. Idle champions of the forgotten realms. Idle champions.
good. They didn't catch that, Dimples, but catch
But-
did.
Angsty.
There you
Ang-
go.
But
Well,
Angst.
no. No.
Angsty.
No. Welcome back, everyone, from break. Hope you're able to get up, stretch, move around, all that jazz. Our group has just managed to barely, I will say that, get out of town and double back towards the lake after finding that the house that they had been kind of investigating had a number of undead that were now surveying it, looking for, by chance, the source of the noises that had been heard previously. Upon arriving at the lake, Toby went ahead and cast Water Walk, and that is where we pick up. So, you all feel the spell take as those leaves kind of collect underneath your boots. Kind of feeling unsteady because the leaves themselves are disintegrating slightly. Temples, I saw your comment now. All right, you all have the ability to walk on the water. So,
Okay,
Toby, where
give
are we
me a
going?
second. This time, actually, Draven and Crumble are going to scout. We're going to go under the water, see if we see anything.
Okay,
We don't have to breathe. We don't have to. We can breathe underwater.
correct.
We don't have to breathe. You're zombies.
Okay. And you have dark vision too, correct?
Correct.
Perfect. Okay. If you allow me, I imagine that Toby casts Water Walk on, or starts to, and Draven, you kind of hold your hand up of like, nah, and you just slowly sink.
Because I can
into
cast
the-
Water Walk
Yeah,
too.
you sink into the water. Utter darkness envelops you for a moment. Very faint kind of light peering through, and not in the vibrant whites that you are so accustomed to with being out on the ocean. The amount of vegetation in this area from the lake bed, you can see that there are a number of fish that are swimming around, some small, some larger. Nothing massive that you can tell. How far does your dark vision go, and how much surveying are you doing?
I have 60 feet of dark vision.
Okay.
We'll probably go out. How far is this thing that's sticking out of the water from the
It
shore?
is 120 feet away.
Okay, so we're gonna go until we can see what it looks like underwater.
Okay.
So 60 feet ahead. Cribble is going to cast light because Cribble does not have dark vision.
Sure.
So he'll cast light on his chest plate, I guess. So he's just a little beacon.
Okay.
And then we're gonna check it out.
Okay. You swim out 60 feet, and even though you have resistance to the cold, you can still feel like almost like ice shards trying to permeate between your gills. This water is unnaturally cold.
Is there anything living in that we can
There are a number of
notice?
fish.
Like fish?
Yeah,
Okay.
There's a number of fish.
Cool.
But
that's
that's
great.
not what catches your eye.
Yes. Good.
Further ahead, about 60 feet and down, in this kind of massive, almost looks like a crater, you see bits of teal kind of light, again, from the surface coming through, and you see what appears to be a massive temple. And the thing sticking out of the water looks to be the remnants of a large kind of statue, very similar to the one that you all encountered on your way into this town, onto the river itself of the Varden River. A lesser goddess holding her hand out to the sky, and in her hand you can see it looks to be some kind of globe or orb, and that's what's kind of just permeating the surface. But it's
That's the
this
statue.
massive
That's
temple.
the same goddess that we saw when we were. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. So you got me there, yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's this, of the temples, you've been to Jorix, this one, ancient, but very much it fits that size. You can see that they've got massive columns around. You can even see they've now changed, but what looks like at one point were trees that have now changed into the underwater lake beds of kind of roots and vines that are moving every now and then. And for a moment, it looks like more skeletons, but it just, after a moment and the light kind of flickers, you realize that there are a number of statues kind of lining this massive entryway into the temple itself, up a series of stairs. The temple itself, like I said, it's massive. It almost looks like it's out of place here. There are sections of it that have been worn away. There are sections of it that have been destroyed. A massive kind of dome on one side of it, utterly wrecked and toppled to the ground. And you see also permeating from it this kind of teal, almost smoke coming out of it. Like the whole temple has been contaminated.
That's weird. Okay. Then we'll come back up to the shore, or not to the shore, but to the surface.
Okay.
But before I do that, I am going to ask the fishes, hey, little buddies, I know you're not super familiar with me, but I need y'all to give me a little bit of a warning if something incredibly dangerous is coming for us. Just come poke me, splash up at the water, give me some signal that something scary is coming.
You start to speak to the fish, and similarly they are undead. There's no connection. They're kind of just zombie fish that are just moving around.
I asked you if they were living. I literally
They
asked
appear
that
to be
question.
living.
I mean, technically,
They are undead.
Undead is
technically.
unalived.
technically,
Technically. And going by your basic perception, they look like normal fish. It wasn't until you approached and noticed the undead look in their eye that
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And that, everyone, is how I got a simple shit list.
Yeah, yet another case for court. Wow, the list of your crimes is extensive at this point, Jordan.
I'm
Right?
a bully.
Wow, you are getting.
I come back up to
several
the
life-
surface.
You're getting several life sentences. I'm so sorry.
And I'm just like, the fish are dead. Everything's dead here. It's all dead. But so far it doesn't look like there's anything of particular danger to us.
Temple at all.
you're gonna cut off.
Oh, I'll repeat all the stuff that Jordan said.
Okay.
Yeah, I start off with like, everything's fucked, everything's dead, this place sucks, we need to get out of here, and this is what I found.
All right, I hate this place. I don't
Yeah.
like this place.
Fucking sucks.
I mean, Robo loves it, but Toby.
Nah,
Yeah.
this is not my favoriteest place, be honest with you.
Yeah. Farron loves it. Theodore hates it.
Then we
All
should,
right,
should
so-
we just keep moving quickly past this then? Just
Yep. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's get to the other side and then we should rest.
Yeah.
And we do that. We go or try to cross this
We
lake.
make it safely across the lake and nothing happens.
Yay!
Yay!
You all walk across the water or swim, depending on what you're doing.
or fly.
Or fly.
Every
across the
fucking
water.
time.
I ain't touching that water.
It's a little cold, but it's fine.
Sure. You all make it past. Are you going directly across or are you going around? So you're kind of walking across the temple is what I'm asking. Are you going the shortest route, which would be straight, or are you going around this to the other side?
I
I'm trying to
feel-
avoid that temple.
Okay.
We're going the safest way.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's no safe
Yeah, I was
here.
gonna say it's safe as
There's
a
no
little bit
crying in
ambiguous.
baseball.
Yes, there is. He's crying all the time.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Have you seen the mantrums that happen in
Have
MLB?
you seen the
Yeah.
movie that I'm referencing?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
I know
The
what
League
the
of Their
Yes, we
Own,
know.
the,
fucking
woman, the movie that every
referencing.
girl has seen at least twice in their life.
You know,
Yeah.
that's not true.
Every girl our age. has
Okay,
seen.
first of all, red does not count.
Yeah, I'm not
In
talking
this.
about her in this particular
Okay,
case.
okay,
She ain't
I'm
seen
just like,
shit.
red does not count.
I like putting her anyway. Yes,
You all.
I'm not. Can I?
Yeah, go,
Right.
go, go, go. Yeah.
I will lead y'all past the temple.
Okay.
I'm not fucking around with this place. And I'm gonna be like, listen, we're getting to the other side as soon as fucking possible. I'm tired. I'm beat up. I appreciate the healing, Deodora, but if we get into a fight with something else, I could die, and I'm not really interested in that. So let's move fast to the other side so we can rest.
Okay. You all eventually, with a little bit of work, find yourself on the other side.
We're dead?
On the opposite side of the lake, after giving the temple a very wide berth and moving it around. Yes, you find yourself on the other side. If anyone would like to do a survival or perception check to see if you can find a relatively secure space where you can perhaps take a long rest.
I'll do
Do
survival.
survival. Oh.
Got a 19 on perception.
Okay.
23 on
23.
survival.
Go with Toby's.
Okay. 23. Yeah, do you think you found a good kind of portion where you still have a vantage point to see the lake, but you are covered by some more of the dead trees? There doesn't seem to be really any life around here. There are a couple skeletons that seem to have some people that had perhaps tried to swim through the lake, a couple abandoned boats trying to just literally get the F out of here. That unfortunately we're not able to. But you think you found some coverage that would be secure for
Alright.
the night?
Press the long rest button.
Well, we're gonna do watches.
Ta!
Nope, we push the button. It's done.
Nope.
Robo said, and morning happens. We're good.
Who's taking first watch?
I'll take first watch.
Okay.
Toby probably with Blackstone.
Okay.
I would
Alright,
think.
you can roll with advantage with
That's
Blackstone.
asleep.
Is there anything you wish to, you all, any conversations you would like to have before first watch happens?
Blackstone, I think I love you. No.
I don't feel that way. I'm kidding.
What do you mean? Thank you, love.
Can you explain what love feels like?
Honestly, yeah.
No, I rolled a 16 on perception
Okay.
for my thing. And I kind of just look around and like keep my eyes on, and I summon Bolita and like pet Bolita and just give them food and like kind of play around with them a little bit before I actually wake up the next person.
Okay. Your watch goes by relatively without issue as everyone's kind of settling in. Some folks are falling asleep pretty quickly, exhausted from the day. The past couple days, especially now this is your first day back on dry land for the better part of 5 or 6 days. Who are you waking up?
I don't know who is next on that. Oria?
Probably Deodora and Oria.
Okay.
We have
I'll wake
Draven more time to sleep.
I need a full 8.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. How beat up are you, Deodora?
I'm fine.
If Draven is beat up, then we might need to split those so Draven can sleep the whole time, and I'll take the last watch.
Okay.
Not that I don't want to watch with you. I just don't want to give any reason for us to stay here longer than we need to.
That's fine.
All right.
You
I'll
do
wake
watch.
up
You do watch
Deodora.
with Beans. Okay, I'll do watch with Sparky.
Okay. Do you want to go ahead and roll?
Oof, I'm gonna use inspiration.
Okay.
Okay. Better. Perception, right?
Yep.
Whatever 15 plus 7 is.
22.
22?
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
With the 22, the temperature does drop a bit more. And as the darkness kind of settles around even more so as evening shifts, you can see that the Black Lake itself, very faintly from where that temple that Draven has mentioned, glows a light teal. Even your eyes can pick up on that. And every
Like, does
so
it
often,
seem like it's getting brighter?
somewhat.
Okay.
Every so often, it's more clear when you see that the moon kind of peeks out from the clouds, because it has been kind of lightly drizzling as you all have been moving. And there is a break between the clouds, and one of the moons at least kind of makes itself present, makes itself known. So it has a little bit more of the light, which allows you to see a little bit further into the actual lake itself. And you can see very faintly, not the full outline, but you can see, it almost looks like fish moving across the surface. But that teal kind of light with black kind of tinged with it. Every so often, you also would see Deodora with that, because enough light is shining around in this area. Across the banks from where you all were before, you can see that a number of those creatures you fought, the Sorrowsworn, moving about, seemingly trying to track where you all were. One of the giants kind of poking its hand like through the tunnel of trees, moving around, looking, unable to find anything. What is most interesting that catches your eye is the actual Zyranian mountains, which have been almost obelisks of black stone cutting into the sky itself. And you see what looks like, could be tendrils, it could be almost like teal and black veins moving across the mountains, where you can see the trees extend upwards if you all had decided to climb that way, for instance. And you can see and almost feel a kind of pull. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Fuck. Okay. Oh, I'm scared. Use inspiration.
Okay.
Too. Okay. Yeah, you said wisdom saving throw?
Correct.
That's gonna be 23.
23. Something kind of embeds itself into your mind. A deep curiosity about this mountain. What hidden treasures it might be able to hold. What stories lie within the shadows. The shiftweave. It's been present around this area. Perhaps there might be more in this mountain itself. The history. Those visions of what you saw back in the Library of the Forest. The roots of where you, your family, all came from. It's just a lingering thought that just doesn't seem to go away and sits with you. I'll message you the other effects later.
Okay.
But the rest of your watch goes by utterly without issue. But you find yourself more than usual, almost transfixed about those mountains. The end of your watch ends.
I wake Ori up. And I think when I go to sleep, I don't want to say like I don't get to sleep, but like it's definitely like a little fitful.
Yep.
Thinking about all the possibilities.
Sure. Oria, your watch begins. Can I get a perception check?
11.
11. You think it's secure. There hasn't been an issue so far.
Wait, can I use? No, Beans is around. Beans showed up.
Beans is around, sure.
Oh wow. Beans.
If you have
Beans, get your ass out
mentioned
here.
on your bingo card, you can go ahead and mark that off.
Damn.
Beans shows up when it's most important for us, and that's a 24.
24. Okay. Okay, with a 24, you think you're pretty safe. You're noticing that.
Worst person to get a familiar.
See, what you don't know is Beans is in every scene. He's just like a foot behind us, just doing his own thing. He doesn't
Sure.
want to help.
Beans
So
has
is
also
Belita.
got Beans also got big, and is like powerful now.
Yeah,
You
Beans has been
Beans
killing
is-
up all the bad guys behind us that we miss.
Beans is level 20.
You notice every now and then, Theodora doesn't seem to be sleeping as soundly as they normally do. Seem to be almost turned towards the mountain when they're sleeping and just kind of staring every so often. You hear every so often the rustling of leaves, but creatures that don't seem to come into your space, at least. But the night has gotten very, very cold. Do you all have a fire that you started, or?
I feel like Theodora would have advised against a fire just
Sure.
because there are things trying to track us, and also we don't know what else is in this forest.
Sure.
I think I was gonna ask before, like, if it was possible for, like, before everybody like started like resting and watching, that Theodora can maybe set up like some hunting traps around like their area.
Yes. Yep. I
Okay.
had a feeling you would, so just knowing you and
Okay.
Theodora, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, question.
Figured.
Since I'm a wildfire druid, am I kind of warm? Do I have like a bonfire aura or something?
Well, Belita would, because Belita has the kind of flames that are always present on their kind of feathers and their paws.
Okay, I'm
But
just
I wouldn't say
clutching
necessarily
Belita.
you would.
All right,
At least outside of
Yeah.
Crystal, I don't
Belita,
Yeah,
hugging Belita.
sleep near Belita.
think.
All in like a little cuddle pile.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Perfect.
it's a cuddle puddle.
Okay. But yeah, the rest of your watch goes by relatively without issue, Oria. Day seems to break. It's kind of hard to tell as the actual light doesn't really shift. You see the moon going away. Can everyone please make a Constitution saving throw for me?
10.
10.
Your ass just decided we ain't having no peace. That's what you decided, Jordan. There's no peace for us.
We did.
I'm just asking. a
Uh huh.
question.
That's not a
26.
question. That's making a demand.
Mm-mm.
Do I got a choice
21.
whether or not I roll a Constitution saving throw?
You do not.
Exactly. That's a demand.
I'm sorry, Robo. What did you roll?
21.
21. Can you roll one for Belita as well?
Natural
coming
20.
For the
Nice. You got a 10. Theodora, what'd you get?
6.
I'm sorry, what?
26.
Perfect. All I heard was the 6, and I was like, oh, no.
All I heard was 6
Yeah.
too. I was like, oh fuck.
Well, I mean, I can't help what Zoom does to me.
Mhm.
Sorry.
Draven got
Being hella racist today.
a 24. Crumble got a 5.
Okay. And Theodora, can you roll one for Sparky, please?
Sparky gets like quadruple advantage, right?
Sure.
19.
19. Okay. Those of you that rolled below a 13, you did not sleep as well as you would have liked to. Please mark off 1 level of exhaustion.
Oof.
Poor Crubble.
Frog,
So-
man.
Going forward, you will have disadvantage on ability checks.
Unless.
That's great.
That's great.
Yeah, all of you. I rolled for Blackstone too. Blackstone also suffers a level of exhaustion.
Of course he does. You rolled for him.
Goddamn.
See how she
Nice.
inserts herself into
No.
a POC?
Oh my god.
Why?
I was actually trying to help y'all, but okay. Damn.
This doesn't feel like helping.
Damn.
This feels like pain.
Nope. So it'll be disadvantage on ability checks going forward.
Cool.
You all do
cool,
find
cool,
yourselves
cool.
awakening. Draven, can you roll a d10 for me, please?
For what?
Oh, Dimples.
How bad. Oh, my bad. That's a 7.
7. Okay. Please. You did not get all of your hit points back from a long rest. So please subtract 7.
Oh,
from
she
your
is
score.
For Draven?
Yeah.
What
For
the
what?
fuck?
I have a
Yes.
question
Wow.
Yes, fair.
about Blackstone.
Yes.
Blackstone doesn't need to sleep.
That's
So would he even get exhaustion?
He does.
Oh, because they get like they need to
They
go
just have-
into like
They need to go into
hibernation mode.
stasis for
Yeah.
about 4 hours. Yeah. So yes.
So,
And
so you're telling me they didn't get 4 hours of stasis in this
No,
one
they
long
did
rest? They
not.
didn't even take a. I see how it is.
Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some
Mhm.
shit?
Oh wait.
Ain't that some shit?
anyways.
Okay.
I'll call the judge.
But you all awaken, groggy, tired. And Deodora still, every so often, you find it hard to turn your back on the mountain as the new day begins. And that is where we're going to end our episode today.
Everything's fine.
Oh boy. Dimples, I'm disappointed in you.
Oh my god.
I'm disappointed in you. You did this to me.
No.
Damn.
Oh my god.
Amazing job. Fucking dude. Amazing. Thank you all for hanging out with us today. Let's go around and do outros. Let's go ahead and start with Dimples. Who you are, who you've been playing, and any announcements you may have. For this
Try
week,
not to drop another N word.
please don't. I have to go back and
Yes,
edit now.
absolutely
and take
what
the
I'm
VOD
doing
down.
now.
So
It would be fine on YouTube. I've been on enough of
No.
Anyway,
Nope. And then the announcements you have for next week, since you will not be with us next week. So
no announcements, I don't think. Oh, yes, one announcement. I've started a new series over on Laugh Level Indies channel. It is a Good Society game. I have already caused hella problems, and it's only been one session. And I'm going to cause more. We're going to be off this coming Wednesday. Wednesdays at 8 Eastern time, but we'll be back the Wednesday after. So do come and watch that every Wednesday for the next 11 weeks, basically. So do see that. And we're going to create our downstairs characters on the next episode. So the help. It's going to be great. Like I said, I'm already causing problems. They gave me a full go to cause problems. And so April's been a part of a Good Society game with me. So April knows. I don't think I have anything else. The other game is being recorded. We'll have other shit going on. And yeah, I'm Dimples and Dice. That's you'll find me on the internet. Yeah, see y'all soon.
Awesome. Thank you, Dimples. Robo.
It's me, Rombos Delulu. You can find me everywhere at TTRP Gifts, and I don't believe I have announcements except the Creators for Palestine thing is now my pinned tweet. So if you want to check that out, I can assign you a family that is not close to hitting their goal to escape from Gaza. And so yeah, that's me.
Awesome. Thank you, April.
Hi, I was April. I played Oria. I don't have announcements. I'll be here next week, I guess.
Keep an eye out on socials as April's doing a really cool thing that'll be announced soonish.
April, you're doing a cool thing?
Yeah, you're doing a cool
I'm
thing
doing a
that
cool
you
thing?
teased last episode that 2 of your players are in this call.
Oh!
Oh! Damn!
Am I the only one who actually remembers? I'm like, it's
like
not
I'm
for
your
me to
producer
announce.
and I know.
This is for April to announce.
Damn.
I don't have a graphic yet, but I'm running a game soon, and everyone in this room is a part of it.
Yep.
Literally everybody in here is in it.
Yeah. And only
We're part
only
of
two,
it.
and only 2 of
Robo
us
still doesn't
remembered,
get
so
This is why I'm a producer and a showrunner on a lot of
Robo
things.
the Cobalt Press thing.
Yeah.
Cobalt
Oh, shit!
What googly fucking movie?
Oh shit! Oh yeah,
Ooh,
that.
that ADHD is a hell
I
of a
want a point of
drug.
inspiration just for
God.
remembering. Goddamn, what's
Yeah,
y'all doing?
Yeah, I will give you
Give
one. Go
Dimples a
ahead, take one.
point.
I did an announcement tweet for that soon.
I truly was like, we have the Nightfell thing, but I
That's what I was
don't
like,
know
that's
April
not my-
teasing
that's
that.
Percy's
I don't-
other
We
I'm
talked about the
confused.
Nightfell thing, but that was not it. That's what I was mentioning on my turn. Oh.
Get yourself
Oh,
that
that.
friend that hyper focuses on memorizing what their friends are doing so they can support and shout out
Yeah.
all the things they're
And
doing.
meanwhile,
Shout out-
none
shout out
of
to
your
Jordan.
friends, I don't know what I'm doing half the fucking time. So.
Get you a friend who knows your schedule, so you
Go watch
they'll
Philly
tell
by
you.
Night.
There you
How
go.
about
Go
that?
watch Philly
Yeah,
by
go
Night.
watch
you
Philly by
mean-
Night.
A vampire story in Philly with POCs? Holy shit,
Holy
it's
shit.
possible.
Oh wow!
Um,
In this economy?
Also, I
Wow.
think this
And it's
upcoming
so
week is the
easy.
last week you can nominate incredible creators for the Crit Awards. So, hey, if you would like to put Ampistrano up or anyone in this phenomenal cast, there are a number of categories and stuff because those close on Friday. So, just saying.
And I'll be there to accept any awards you motherfuckers don't show up for.
You could have paid $4 to go to
Oh.
that.
Cause I'm not I'm not gonna show up.
Yeah, I'm not
and you
gonna,
know
I'm not gonna
showing
be
up.
able to go to Gen Con. It's outside my
Yeah.
budget right now. So,
Yeah.
but and then Fair.
Hi, I'm Theron. I've been Diodora, mountain obsessed Battlemaster fighter. I almost said druid. I don't know why. You can follow me on Twitter at Fairbear. You can also hear my voice on Taking Initiative's 3rd season, Sword and Sheet. It is a Pathfinder game set in a homebrew world. Also have the project that I'm doing with April and Dimples, and also the thing that April's running that we all just remembered. Coming up soon. That's it. But if you want to know what I'm doing when I'm doing it, including streaming, follow me on Twitter.
Do it. And hi everyone, I have been your storyteller in D&D, Jordan Lee. She, here, they, pronouns. I will be back here tomorrow with more A Plague's Tale. That'll be at 11 a.m. We've officially caught up to where I was before I stopped playing, so I don't remember what's gonna happen going forward, so it's gonna be great. I am gonna be back to streaming on my channel as well. We are 1 subscriber away from 200 on YouTube, which is pretty cool. And please go check out our Patreon and our TikToks as well. And yeah, that's gonna be it for me. We will be back here next week, still with changeover in cast. Eventually we'll have everybody together at some point. But thank you all so much. Thank you to our lovely mods. And oh yeah, again, I'm gonna just show off these lovely little emotes we got from Wicked Snack because they're so damn cute. If you subscribe to us here on Twitch, you get to use them.
Big thanks to the VOD edit.
Yep.
Gonna be a loud bleeping noise. Just you wait.
Nope, I'm gonna have to clip it completely because the captions also caught it. So, so that's fine. You were
You just
muted.
put a blank line over the caption. That's what I've done when I run into this issue. Put a line over the captions. Boop, done.
Anyways, thank you all so much. Hang on tight as we are gonna raid. Thank you for spending your Saturday afternoon with us, and we'll see you next time beyond the veil. Bye, everybody.